ఈయన రమేష్ డాట్ నెట్ మీద తీసేది. నువ్వు సేల్స్ ఫోర్సా?
So yesterday we have discussed two things, madam. One is trigger and class. So class, you know very well how we need to create. So and trigger concept you understood. It will take only a exact scenario and it will throws to a class. Only in a class will be having entire business logic.
ఓకే.
So here we have a business logic, and whichever we gave function name and sorry class name and function name, same thing will give in trigger. So here trigger means we are telling to Salesforce that we are writing a trigger and this will be the trigger name, and on keyword it will shows on which object we are doing it, and this before insert it will be like event. I mean when it has to be happen. So we can decide when it has to be happen is for yesterday we took before insert scenario, and here what is this pulsar demonstration? It's a class name. It's a class name and this is function name. So in trigger you have a new thing will be only trigger.new.
Yes.
So trigger.new how it works we can see. So trigger.new means it is going to give us a list of records due to which trigger got called.
Okay.
That means here we are giving before insert event. So whenever this event got called, those records because of trigger, these records will get called, right? This result will get stored here. So that's what. So if it is more than 1 lakh, 2,000 rupees discount they'll be getting it, right?
Yes.
Those things will be
Yes.
saved here. The two
Okay.
list of records, not one. In case if you store one record, it will be displayed here. If you store multiple records, it will be displayed here.
Okay.
Okay, and this one we can call as context variable. So context variable in the sense not only trigger.new, we have different things for trigger.new to evaluate exact scenarios. So here trigger.new we have, right. So same way we have few more context variables. We used to call as context variable family. So these all are context variable. So I'll share this file also to you. So you need not remember all these things. If you see this file, you can understand. So is executing, is insert, is update, is delete, is after, is and delete, new, new map, old map, operation type and size. So everything we can discuss today.
Okay.
So coming to context variables. So we can explaining of trigger.new will be as we discussed, it's a context variable and it contains all records due to which trigger got called. Just now we have discussed. See, whichever condition is applying and those things after getting the trigger, whichever we are getting the records, it will be displayed here in trigger.new. But coming to context variable, it will shows a accurate result. It will I mean, which kind of scenario, for which kind of scenario, which kind of context variable we need to give, we'll discuss. This is a list of type. I mean, we here we gave list records, right? List of records. Same thing will be followed for context variable. This is auto created. We don't create anything. Records are auto loaded in that we don't load. This is totally controlled by Salesforce. So in this first one is executing. So is executing. So we can use is executing in this formula. So generally here we gave right if and condition we gave. So this one if trigger dot is executing double equal to true, then we can write the code. So before that, if you see here, uh, generally trigger dot new where we can write in
In
triggers.
the
In triggers we can write, but whichever we have in context variable, only one thing, only one module is executing. We will not use in triggers. We can use in Apex class. Only this one.
is executed. Okay.
Only is executing variable, context variable. We can use in Apex class, not in trigger. So, for example, in Apex class, there is a code. That means you have written functions and function parameters, business logic, everything you have written. After that, you gave if trigger dot executing double equal to true, and you gave this pair. In this, you gave another business logic, and you have done everything. Okay, so in Apex class, middle of the functions, I mean after completion of one function, we are using this context variable. So why we are using this one means entire this code. So here there is a one function, here there is a one function. Okay, just think in that way. This function we can call it by in some other way. So we have different ways to call Apex class. So this function we are calling by anonymous window, and these functions we are calling by Visual Code Space, etc., etc. But whenever we are running this code, entire code will work. Entire code will work. But this code will not work just because of is executing.
Okay. If you have in same class
In same class,
two
if
to
you
three types of codes, if we want to execute one or two, then we can go with this.
no, no, let me complete, not like that. So whenever you want to run this particular code by using only trigger. Hello.
Yes, sir.
No, no, entire this class you are calling by trigger or visual force space something anonymous window and all, but this piece of code will not be calling by trigger. We are
Okay.
calling by any Apex class. Whenever you are calling any Apex class, then only it will work. That too in Apex class only we are writing this. Only this context variable will be working in a class. So for example, in this class, how many functions we have? One function we
Mm,
have. So here we can write one more function like this. Okay, and we are not calling this class by trigger. Okay, we are calling by another Visual Force page. Just think in that way. But if that is the case, this entire code will not run. Only this code will run. Sorry, this code will run. This won't be run. But why we are using this is executing means whenever we want to run that particular piece of code by only writing in Apex class, then only it will use. See, he is executing this member is the in that family which we write in Apex class. Rest all we will write in trigger.
in the real time scenario, why we need this one, sir?
I'm sorry.
In the real time scenarios, why
Okay,
we need that one?
okay. See, here we are showing trigger.new, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trigger.new, but for what we need to get trigger.new, we are not sure.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the reason we'll be having context variable in this way. If trigger dot is inside double equal to true and double n, trigger dot is before double equal to true. This one we can call it as context variable. That means that value will be between is inside and is before. See here,
Yes.
is inside we have, is before we have. So whichever value coming in this two, that thing will be equal to trigger dot mu.
Okay.
That's what we are discussing. See, generally, if you give trigger dot new without sometimes in case if you do any mistakes in code without irrelevant of your coding, result will come here. Maybe sometimes that won't be satisfy this scenario. So if you go with trigger dot new, see here, trigger how we can give a context variable in the sense, for example, this one we have before insert, right? In simple way I'll tell you. See, this is before insert, right?
Yes, sir.
Before insert. For this, what we can have, start with if and trigger dot, instead of trigger dot new, we can give trigger dot. After that, start with is insert or is before. Anything is okay.
Okay.
Is insert double equal to true and double and again trigger dot is before. That means whichever equal to this value and this value has to satisfied with trigger dot new. So that is the reason we'll give a context variable. So, and one more, just now we have done with is executing, right? So now is insert, is update, is delete, is before. So now you understood. See, just go with this trigger. Just go with this trigger. Now we have this trigger, and this is my trigger name, and this is object. And events, we have this many events.
Before and then before update, after insert, and after update, before delete. Okay. 5.
Okay. So here, just see how many events we have.
5.
Okay. Before insert, before update, after update, before delete. Okay. So if I run this trigger, what will be happen?
Before insert, before update, after insert, after update, before delete.
Yes.
What you will get for the, you're asking for the function, sir?
No, everything I'm asking. See, if you run this trigger, what will be happen? Whenever this event is happening, whenever this event is happening, all the functions would get called. And whenever this event is happening, all the events get called.
Yes.
Whenever this event is happening, all the functions will get called. So, but here, what we can do is, for first function, whenever it is whenever before insert, we need to run only class A function.
Okay, specifications. Okay.
Okay, so whenever before update happening, that time we want to run only class B.
Okay.
I mean a function, I'm sorry. And whenever after insert running, we want to run only this line.
Okay.
So whenever it is happening, after our update is happening, we want to run this. So in this case, just now you asked me, right, in real-time scenarios, how we can run this. So in this way, we can run in real-time scenarios. So we are not sure only one event will be happening in the real-time scenarios. So here, if you see here, we have five events and four functions we have. Okay, now we can see in real-time scenarios how it works. So for first function, if you want to run first function, see, we
before
can,
insert.
yes, we'll go with like this. Trigger dot is inside double equal to true and double and trigger dot is before double equal to true. Then we can have this. Okay, let me show it once again. So this is the code, right? So in this, I want to run with context variable.
Okay.
So what I can do is I'll give like this. So this context variable shows which event.
Trigger insert and trigger before.
See, before and insert.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now only first one will get called.
Yes. Not everything. Okay.
So same thing. Just follow the same thing. Just have one mock interview. Call a code in trigger which client wants to execute when update process is completed. Here, before insert. For before insert, you gave a trigger dot in is insert double equal to true and trigger dot is before double equal to true you gave. So here they're asking call a code trigger which client wants to execute when update process is completed. That means is update.
Is update.
Okay, now tell me for is update, how can we do it?
If trigger dot is update double equal to true
Okay, we'll be getting answer
and
here.
trigger dot is update equal to true.
Is updated. That means here they're saying call a code in trigger which client wants to execute when update process is completed.
Completed. Okay.
Completed means it's already inserted,
Inserted.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll take it as is before. I mean before insert.
Yes. Yeah.
Same thing we have discussed here. So
Yes.
now call a code in trigger which client wants to execute before the record get deleted.
Call a code trigger which client wants to execute before the record gets deleted. Is updated. Insert.
So for this, call a code in trigger which client wants to execute before the record gets deleted. That means we'll take it as is update.
Is
Sorry, is delete. See here. Before it's get deleted. Before it's deleted means here we have a context variable like is delete.
okay.
Is delete we have is before we have. So we can use both things. If trigger dot is delete double equal to true and double trigger dot is before double equal to true, then this code has to work. So like that we can give.
Okay.
So now is insert we have done, is delete we have done. So in case if it is update, what we can do it? You have answer, please check.
Yes, sir. Is yeah. Okay, trigger dot.
Simple, madam. See here, if it is insert, if it is insert, before insert, what we can do it here we can have before and here we can have insert.
Yes.
Okay. If in the bracket we have syntax and trigger dot
Is
is execute sorry is delete is before something we need to write
is
whichever we
update.
have event
Okay.
double equal to true and double and that means between these two scenarios only we need to get the value. That's what we are saying.
Okay.
So now just read for is update, sorry,
Is trigger dot
before update, not is update, before update.
before update. If trigger dot is before update,
Not before update, you need to give is before and is update.
is before is update. Yes.
Okay, can you tell me now? Just go through with this. Now, give me a scenario for me like before insert context variable. Just see
And
this. Just see this. Same way, you can tell me what is the context variable for this.
if trigger dot
Trigger dot.
insert is insert double equal to
Okay.
true double line trigger dot is before double equal to true brackets close
Okay.
right.
Just check this code once again. There's a small mistake.
Mm, trigger dot is
Here you said is before, but
yes.
here you said only insert.
Oh, is insert.
That's it. This is what context variable.
Okay.
Okay. So see before insert, see before insert, same thing you gave here. Is insert, is before, and this one you only said.
Yes.
And one more here you may get one doubt. So when before insert event, you gave context variable like trigger dot is insert first you gave. In case if I give is before, what will be happen?
Use before.
Nothing will be
So,
happen. Same value you will be getting it.
oh,
Okay, this is for your information. Sometimes what people will think, they thought this is the syntax, so first we can take it second part of the event, later we can we need to give after or before, but no, that is not the case. You can give is before double equal to true and is insert also you can give.
oh, okay.
Okay, so same way is delete. See here.
Is deleted double equal to is before.
Okay, so in this way we can use is insert, is update, is delete, is before, is after, is and delete. Is and delete, rare cases we can use it, not every time. So that's what they said here. Same way, is update, is delete, is before, is after, is and delete we can use it, whichever we are using like this. So once after getting the videos you can write this this code and go with these triggers as well. Okay, then you can understand easily. And within a day, it won't come. Try to practice it at least 2 to 3 days. Then that'd be easy for you to understand.
Okay.
So now, what is trigger.new and trigger.old? See here, new and old. We are getting it right. So now this one we are going to discuss. When because of any records, in the trigger gets called, then the latest version of that record will be inside trigger.new. Let me show it.
Yes, we.
So now in this record, in this object, we have one trigger, right? So now I'm going to create one record. So here, 1,50,000 I gave new location. Okay. So now if I saved, what will be happen? One record will get created with this amount,
Let's see with disco.
right? So there was no record before we are creating it. So once when there was no record we have created, and this is the record which we got it. So now this is trigger.new.
Okay.
This value is trigger.new value. Okay.
After inputting the trigger, what value we are getting, that
Okay.
is called the
Yes. Now I'll show this one as 46,000. So in this 1,48,000 came, right? That was now in current situation. In current situation, this is the trigger.new.
yes.
And what could be the trigger dot volt? Previous one, which we had
One.
1,48,000. That is what trigger dot volt. This, but whenever we are creating new files or new records, for them we will not be having trigger dot volt, because that's a new record, right? So they won't be having trigger dot volt. Whenever you are giving update version, update the record, that time only you'll be getting trigger dot new and trigger dot volt. So we can discuss the same thing. When because of any records the trigger gets called, then the latest version of that record will be inside trigger.new. So in this record, what is the latest version, latest value?
46,000.
So this will be trigger.new. When because of any record the trigger get called, then the immediate previous version of that record will be trigger.volt. So immediate previous version 1,48,000.
Okay, how can we know that, sir? Which one is new, which one is old?
Yeah.
Because if I go with the flow, then I know that. If
Mhm.
somebody created that one, so how can I know that?
Yes, that's what we are discussing now. So why we need that means this is help us in real time scenario to know before change what was the previous value of the record, and then take some decision. We can get it.
Okay.
We'll see how it will be. See, there is a employee object. Just in that there is a employee object. Now first you are using insert command. You are using insert command, and
Mhm.
employee name Harry and age is 20, location New York. So here trigger got called. Okay. So once trigger got called, it's showing a value like Harry and 20. It's an insert before insert. So they have inserted, and Harry and 20 they gave values. So now what is the trigger dot new and what is the trigger dot volt here? So trigger dot volt nothing is applicable, because
Yes.
this is a new record. So only trigger dot new will be there. Trigger.bold never works in case of insert operations and works for only update.
Okay.
So
Uniform.
if you give context variable insert before insert or after insert, then we'll go with trigger.new. If you go
Okay.
with before update or after update, then we'll get it trigger.bold.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you don't know context variable, then that will be tough to understand what is a trigger.new and what is a trigger.bold.
Yeah.
Now you got some idea, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And same thing. Here we gave insert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason there was no value for trigger.bold because it's a
All.
new record. Now coming to the update. Now you can see there is
Yeah.
a update event. Either it is after or before. We are using update version. Sorry, update command. So when you are using update command, instead of Harry, you updated Larry.
Okay.
Okay,
That is
now
the.
you can see the change.
Yes, sir.
Trigger.new is Larry and trigger.bold is Harry.
Had.
Before update, it was Harry, right? So that is the reason it was trigger.bold. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And one more. If you update Larry as Jerry, now what would be the trigger.new and trigger.bold?
If I update Larry to Harry, Harry is the new, Larry is the old.
No, no. Here, Larry already there. So instead of
Okay.
Larry 20 years, you have updated Jerry 25.
Jerry is the new and Larry is the old.
Yes. But here, you should not say Harry again because
Yeah.
latest version of update only we can take it as
Old.
trigger.bold. Moral. Trigger.bold comes into picture only when we edit the record.
Okay.
So when can
Updated.
we edit the record? When we have update command.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is a recent scenario. I mean real-time scenarios. If customer decide the payment option will be check pick list values. Check in pick list value there we have check DD cache and later record is modified to DD. I mean demand draft. Instead
Okay.
of check they have changed demand draft. But
Okay.
record modified to cache then through the error. That means if cache to demand draft it will take okay it will take the information that means whichever we have earlier value it will be changed as demand draft that time there is no issue that's what we gave command here but instead of demand draft if you change cache it throws error
Yes.
because we have already changed the command here
Yes.
so that's the
DD.
reason it shows error it won't take it so this is only for our knowledge. In real-time scenarios, we often send trigger.new and trigger.old data to Apex for comparison and taking decision. This will be tough to understand for you. That means just now you asked right how we know either before trigger dot what is the trigger dot new value and trigger dot old value. So to understand that one, you just go with this code. See here, in trigger itself, there is a deal object. Okay, if you don't mind, as of now, you have some knowledge, right, on trigger.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you please read this?
Trigger. My trigger. On deal. Uh, before update.
Okay, 1 minute. So here, till this line you understood, right?
Yes, sir.
That means we are writing trigger on deal object.
Yeah, deal object.
Okay. So in this bracket, what is available?
Before insert, before update.
Okay. What is before insert and what is before update?
It's a edit option.
No, these two are these two are
Yeah,
events.
yeah, events. Yeah, these two are
Okay.
events. Yes,
So if it is update version, then we'll be getting trigger.old.
yes.
If it is insert, we'll be getting trigger.new.
No.
Okay. So now in function, sorry, in logic, they gave my class. I mean class dot function in the bracket will be having context variable,
No. Yes.
right? So my class, my function, and trigger.new and trigger.old. This is only for our understanding. I'm saying. Okay. In real-time scenarios, if you want to keep it my class, then that will be too much of confusion for you. So don't go with
Yes.
my class and my function in real-time scenarios. Okay. So coming to the class. So this is the class name. Same class name it should be reflected here.
Class name. Yeah.
Okay. Class name. Actually, public class we need to write, but only for our understanding, I'm saying this. And
Okay.
public static void. Still here, you understood? My function will
Yes.
be the same function.
My function.
Okay. Now function completed. In this, now we need to write values, right? I mean variables. So
Mm-hmm.
in these variables, we for a subject, what are the how we'll take a subject list of records only we'll take it.
Of course.
Okay. So now we'll give like this: list deal object space where new record values comma. That means here trigger.new will be getting it here.
Mm.
Understood? See,
Yes.
list of a subject and where new record values, variable new
Oh.
record values. Next, comma. Now, same list of deal object, I mean a subject. Here, what we gave, where new record values give. So here, where old records values we give.
Okay.
That's it. Here we can write logic of comparison of old and new value. That we can check it in DML statement again. So in this way, just now you asked one doubt. How can we know what is the trigger dot old value and what is the trigger dot new value? So this is the logic.
No. Okay. New value list and the old value. Okay.
Okay. And assuming our object is this, this is our object. Okay.
Mm.
So in this trigger dot new is list object, list a subject. Trigger dot old
Okay.
also same thing. We are taking it.
Mm.
A subject means what is mean by a subject?
A subject means entire record.
Yes, entire record. So if you take this object for trigger.new and trigger.old, how we'll take it in list
Like,
list collections only we'll take it.
yes.
In list collections we'll take it. We'll not go with set collection.
Yes.
Just remember that. And what if we want the recent records of map format? Here they're
App.
asking list records. Generally we are taking list records. In case if you want to get it map records, what will be happen? So for map, what we need to get it?
We need to map the values from one
Yes,
place to
how we
another.
can get it map values?
From one class to
In map, actually, generally in map, we'll be getting keys and values.
yes, keeping values, right. The third one, yes.
Okay, keys and values will be getting it. So
Yes.
if it is list collections means list of S subjects will be getting it. Entire this
Mm.
record will be getting it. Yesterday we already discussed this one.
Yes.
Just remember once again. See, if it is list of records in the sense a subject will be getting all this record. Okay. So now if I want to get it with map collection, how can I get it?
We can use the record ID or anything.
Yes. Map ID, we can go with record ID.
Yeah.
So what we can do is Here for a new map, what we can do, format will be record ID.
Value.
Value means entire this subject.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes,
Same
sir.
thing for old map also.
Targeted old map. Map ID.
So list collections will take it like this. Map collections will take it with record ID. Record ID and a subject.
Okay.
Okay. So here map we have done, new old we have done, new map, old map we have done. So trigger.new,
Operation.
trigger.old we have done. New map, old map. See here we can see new map and old map.
Okay.
And last one size. To know the trigger size, just go with this command trigger.size, and in that we can give the number. Shows you count of records present in trigger. This we won't use in real time scenarios, but how we were using in collections, we have size length, right? So same thing we can use it. How many records are there? We can see it.
For the classes also we have size, sir.
For classes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting you.
No, no, when I see that in my project, when I open the classes, you have this much of space. You already used this much of space.
Okay, I think you are saying about this one. 1 minute.
Apex classes.
You are saying here one. Yes, you are saying about this, I believe,
Yeah,
right?
this person of your
Yes.
you.
Uh, I want to tell this one while we are writing test classes.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir.
So our very next topic is test classes. So I'll tell you this one, madam, because why we are getting this one, everything we can discuss in test classes.
Sure, sir.
Because for
Sure.
every class, if you want to run either it is correct or not, we need to write test class. That means whichever you are doing it in class, same thing we need to do it in test. How quality people will do it. So
Oh,
that
okay.
is different from different scenarios. We'll discuss that in next class. We
Sure,
have
sir.
we'll cover all these things. So you need not worry.
Yeah,
Here you
yes.
can see excluding comments and is test annotated case classes it is showing. So while we are raising test classes, we'll complete this one as well.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So now this is only for your information. What is the difference between below two lines?
When we use which line? Before
That means they're
that,
asking before insert and is insert double equal to true and double and is before double equal to true. So here whichever we write, here
is
whichever
it
we write, those things only they're asking.
before inside before?
So
Okay.
what is this and what is this they're asking?
Now before inside equal to double equal to before. Okay.
You can see here also before insert where you are getting here.
First one. Yeah.
So within the bracket before the starting the trigger, whichever you're getting it, what is that?
Before inside.
Yes, before insert. What is that before insert?
Um,
That is
uh,
event.
event.
And this one,
Which one, sir?
this line.
Function.
Context variable, this one.
So,
So
okay.
today entire class we have discussed about this one only. Context variable. Okay. So now here you understood. There is a trigger like this. Just now, before starting the class itself, I have shown the same same trigger. Trigger. This is a trigger name, and on this object, these are the events they gave: before insert, before update, after insert, after update. So context variable demo dot function A. This is a function A, and this is the function B, and this is the function C, and this is the function D. So now, if I run this trigger, what will be happen?
Before insert, if you run that kind of context variable, function A,
Okay,
function B.
let me tell you once again. Whenever before insert happening, all the functions will get called.
Yes.
Whenever before update is happening, all the functions will get called. Whenever after insert happening, all the functions will get called. After update, all the functions will get called. But here they are saying
Leave.
call this code only when record is about to get inserted. So when inserted only, we want to call function A. Okay, and call the function when only it's get updated. Call the function C when it's only get already inserted. Call the function D when it's only already updated. So how can we do this? Any idea?
We can go with the trigger
Not trigger, context variable.
context. Yeah, only, right. Yeah,
So where can we write context variable here?
class.
Okay. Can we write context variable in class?
Yes, sir.
Only is execute context variable we can write in class. So
Oh,
the
okay, okay, okay,
remaining
okay.
all context variables we can write in triggers only.
Only. Yes, easy. Yes, first one only. Yes.
Okay, I'll do one thing. Now I'll send enter this context variable and triggers real-time scenarios and this record. Only this live assignment we can discuss tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
And here is the answer. But it's getting late for me. So tomorrow we'll discuss including this and test class we will write.
Okay, sir.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.